Hey guys, Flip Anything USA. Hey, you know, because I've been more busy than normal here lately, I decided I'm just going to do some little micro lessons, kind of like, you know, a minute in the life kind of thing. But I want to talk about money being a tool. I mentioned that in an earlier blog, and other people have been writing and texting and different things. And so I thought I'd talk about that a little bit, and I can make some good examples here. You know, yeah, money is a tool, and you need to think about that from the standpoint of just, I mean, money is everything, right? If you got money, you can move, you can take advantage of something, you can buy something. But you know, it's important that, you know, like a tool, you go buy something cool, you flip it, you turn it, you make money with your money. A lot of people sometimes they'll maybe even take they'll make some money with, they'll take a little money, they'll invest it, and they'll make a chunk of money, and then they'll blow that entire seed capital that they have, and they'll blow it on buying you know, something, a motorcycle or something that's consumer spending. You know, you want to be an investor. Be an investor. You know, spend like an investor, not like a consumer. You want to sell to the consumer, right? So, you know, earlier when I was coming home and I was talking to you guys, you know, I saw a bunch of crap out in the yard at one of my properties. Well, I'm gonna drive you by there. I'm actually on my way to do something here, but I thought, hey, this is kind of a good one to stop by and show you. But it's also a great example of how money is such a phenomenal tool, okay? Because this house, I told you, I probably got 10 houses in this immediate neighborhood we're going into. And maybe I had as many as 15 there at one time, but I got about 10 still. And they've gone up like crazy here in the last couple of years. These have actually held a little bit because we're just in a hot market right now, so I've been holding on to some of these. I intended some of these to be for my kids, but in all honesty, they're so damn valuable. And I'll give you an example. This one I'm going to take you to right now. I paid $105,000 for this thing, you know, and it's probably been at least 10 years. But it was a great deal then. It was like a 2,700 square foot house, I think. I actually used it as kind of as an office away from my home at the time, probably 15 years ago actually. Well, and then this house, you know, it went up in value, and you know, it's been fine. It's been worth maybe, you know, it's probably worth $260 for, you know, long time. But in the last 2 years, you know, this thing's gone from 260, 300 to like 450, 500 maybe. You know, just in the last several years, it's pretty much doubled. And again, that's me buying a $105,000 investment. And I'm gonna guess, I don't remember, so, but I know me, I would have financed the whole thing. I probably put $10,000 down, maybe 15, maybe 20 at the most, probably $10,000 down, I don't know. But anyway, so just say I put $15,000 down, and then the thing just took care of itself. And now the mortgage, I don't think I own in 15 years. I think what I last looked at, I owe about, I don't know, it's probably $20-something thousand. I owe 20 grand on it at the most. And so I let the tenants know. I have a management company manage this one for me. So I told them, I said, hey, let them know I'm not going to renew their lease. I actually didn't want to renew their lease last year. And my management company screwed up and extended the lease. And in all honesty, it was a good thing, because the house has probably gone up another 60 grand or 80 grand this year, maybe even 100 grand. I don't know. We're going to know when I put it up for sale, right? So $105,000. I invested, you know, whatever, $10,000-$15,000. Thing's been paying for itself, actually making money. It gets about $2,200 a month rent right now. But you know, taxes are kind of high because the value's going up. But so now I'm gonna sell this thing. I'm gonna clean it up a little better. I'm gonna sell this thing next, you know, in the next month or so. You'll be seeing me clean it up and fix it up here in the next probably few weeks. But so I will say $20,000 on it. if I sell it, let's just be conservative, I sell it for $450,000. So I'm going to have $430,000. And I hold all these homes and properties in different entities, different partnerships. And I say partnerships, I don't really have any partners. Me, myself, and I, my wife, kids, you know, that's me, basically. So I'm pulling up to it right now, and it's kind of a mess on the outside, but I know it's pretty decent. So I'll give you a quick rundown on this, though. So this property, jeez, what I did, wow, you're gonna see what I'm saying in a second here. So this property is a house, nice neighborhood, you know, decent neighborhood. It actually had kind of commercial potential. It's one of the main reasons I bought it, because it's on a little bit of a busy street. So transfer. So take a look behind me. Here's the house. Yeah, I got rid of the BMW. I'm driving this little Lexus. I bought this for my daughter a while back, but she's in college, so I'm playing with it. So this used to be a garage right here. I enclosed it, and I actually officed out of here for a while, and just because it worked out pretty good. I actually, man, you're gonna have to run that question by me again, dude. I didn't read the last part of it. Faded. Give me a minute to finish my point here before you send up a question again. So look at this. You can see this looks like a disaster, right? Well, they had all this stuff packed up, and you can see even the trash cans are dumped over. They put all this stuff on the street, and you know, then they moved out, and then either the wind blew it over or somebody knocked it over. But I'll have some guys come haul that away Monday, day after tomorrow. But so now look at this house here. This thing was a great deal when I bought it. I swooped down on this quick, and I remember there were some people disappointed that I got it too. In fact, here, you know what I see? I see a property across the street here. Ay, ay, ay. This house is probably much bigger than the one across the street, but you know, take a look at this. I'm actually walking across the street to see, oh shit, there's a couple of houses for sale here. Oh my God, look at this. Yeah, okay, this, you can see, there's a flyer here. Anyhow, this house there, they want $389,000 for. I mean, these houses were half that, you know, 3 years ago. So things are just kind of really going crazy here. And I have no idea why well, we've already got a lockbox on the house. I'm not going to bother going in because I'm actually on my way somewhere. But this is a big house. This is a big house. It's, you know, I'm sure 1,000 feet bigger than the ones across the street. And then you can see, look, it's kind of a busy street here. It has the potential to go commercial, and it would be awesome. And to give you an idea too, I own this house. I also own the house next door to this house. And I sold it, but I used to own the house across the street from the next house, and I own the lot next to that house, and I bought the restaurant next to that house. So, see if I can get out here with them. You can see down the street here, right? So give you a quick run. I own this house, the house back to back with this house, jump across the street. I own that house, the lot behind it, and then I own the restaurant I bought behind that. And that restaurant I bought actually was by referral to one of my tenants that lived next door to it, and I gave her $5,000. So this house here, you're gonna see me working on this in the future, and I'm gonna turn this into 400 grand, and you know, that's gonna be my profit that I've pretty much made on this thing. And what I'll do is I'll take that 400 grand and I'll go buy, probably, hopefully, a damn industrial building or commercial building. And you know, like I told you, I've got about 400,000 play money in another account that I've been trying to. I bought the 3-day deal with half that, and so anyhow, but when I flip that, then they'll make me 500 in that one, and I'll have 400 in this account, and then maybe I'll go buy something that costs $3 to $5 million. I don't know. I mean, I'd have to actually take those two. I consider every entity that I have kind of, it has all the rights of a person, a separate individual, like a company. and I do separate them as companies because when I go to buy them together, it kind of marries them. It's not always what you want to do. I'll get more into that later. But the bottom line is, money's a tool. Money is a tool. And there's $15,000 15 years ago, and now today it's going to be 400 grand for me here in the next month or so. So think about that. 15,000 bucks turns into 400 grand over a period of 15 years. I mean, and this is just one little investment, you know, and and I've got 10, 11 houses in this neighborhood, and it's all the same deal. And then I've got buildings, I can, even while I'm standing here, you can't see it, but I see a 20,000 square foot building I own. I see a 4,000 square foot school I own. I see another 6,800 square foot home that I actually added 4,000 feet to, that I already sold that. Across the street from that, I own another 16,000 square feet. Then you go back over my shoulder here, a couple more houses, 6,000 square foot restaurant that I sold and made some money on. So money's a tool. Money's a tool. Do not forget it, and don't, just really take it in, guys. Take it in. Times flies, and that works for you, and it also is can be damaging to you, because for one thing, before you know it, you're old, but also before you know it, you're rich. So I want look, I'm trying to make, okay, let's see, glad you started this channel, thanks again, thank you. So my point is and I'm going to take about 10 more minutes to talk to you because I'm on my way somewhere. So we got 10 minutes, guys. But so if you got any questions, we can get to that. Just let me finish this point. So there's a house right here. Let's look over my shoulder here. I own that house. Still own that one. This is another house I own right here. You're going to see right about now. That's another vacant lot. Now here's the commercial, the restaurant that I bought. Okay. And, shit, okay. So, that's, in fact, and then we're going to drive by another property. We're going to drive by several properties in this conversation, just so you know. I won't label them all, but the bottom line is 15 grand, 400 grand. Now, 15 years later, take that times 10. That's $4 million, okay? It's really, I take it back. It's going to be $3 to $3.5 million profit on 10 houses over a period of 15 years, right? Some of them I bought less than that, but they're all worth about the same. Some of them I don't, some of them I owe zero on because they paid off, and others are, partially paid off. Maybe I own, I don't know, less than 100 for sure. And then I'll go over my shoulder again. There's another building I own right there. Paid $1,050,000 for that building. I paid cash for it. Sorry, man, I missed that question. Listen, everybody that's asked a question here, you're gonna have to ask it again, because I'm kind of on the road and I'm distracted talking about making the point I'm making sometime. But so I'll conclude here and then go ahead and ask away. The bottom line is, money's a tool. That's what I want to get through to you in this little macro message, or I call it a micro message, and we'll keep talking about this subject. And I know you like real examples, because what else is there? That's the best one, right? You want to know, you want to talk to somebody that's done it, really done it, and not just talking in theory. It'd be a theory to me if I hadn't really done these things. It's not a theory. It's the stuff I've really done. And so I mean, just look at it. Just look at it. You start with, I don't care if you're down, you're zero, doesn't matter. If you got zero, if you got 5 grand, whatever. Anybody that's got zero, I know you can come up with, 200, $1,000. You can make a deposit check. You can start flipping some small items, and then before you know it, you'll have 5 grand. And when you have 5 grand, that's a huge, huge place of power compared to having zero or having 1,000 borrowed dollars. Okay, and you got 5 grand of your own. Now you can start to buy and flip things that are $1,000, $1,500, and then you've got this reserve in case one of those deals that you're flipping goes bad and you have to repair it or whatever. But you got, you can flip multiple things, and you can start growing and build that seed capital. It's so important, and it's so damn easy to do. You just got to do it. You got to get started. And so get started. Get started. look, I want to make you guys, I want you to enjoy what I'm enjoying. And gals, okay? You just got to think. You got to think. But it's basic. It's math. It's simple. You know, I can't make it any more simple than just show you. I bought a house. I put 15 grand. They, you know, I can't remember if they carried the note in the beginning. I think they might have carried the note in the beginning. Then I refied it. But the bottom line is I bought a house. I invested $15,000, and now I'm going to make, you know, $300,000 or $400,000 on that investment. Okay, here we go. Oh, from the UK. Okay, good. Dude, can't write a question that long, man. I'm driving. I got about half of it. I'm glad you're in the UK. Welcome to watch. I appreciate it. So the bottom line is, if you're in a free market like there or anywhere else, look, you can buy stuff. You can buy stuff. You can get people to own or carry stuff. You can tell people that if you don't have good credit, you can make a deal with somebody. If you put a decent enough down payment, get them to carry the note. And just tell them you need them to carry it for 6 months. Okay, do you have any advice on potential opportunities to look for? No, I can't say I do. Yeah, if you're talking about the natural disaster in Houston, I mean, I wouldn't know what to tell you. You know, I mean, what I can tell you is that building materials are going to go up like crazy, and it's going to cost you a hell of a lot more to build a home in Texas than it did last month, and probably everywhere in the USA. All that money, I mean, there's going to be a ton of building going on there, rebuilding, and you know, drywall, all that stuff goes up like crazy. It always does. Buy a business or real estate returns. Dude, it doesn't matter. You know, I talk a little bit about business. I talk a lot about real estate. You know, you want to have some sort of income generation, whether it's just a job, which is fine. Listen, you can have just a job and scrape up 15 grand and buy something like that. And think about that. If that's the only thing, listen, just imagine this. If that's all I did, if all I did was one deal, and I've done 100 deals since that, if all I did was that one deal, you know, 15 years later, I got $300,000 or $400,000 that I didn't have, right? I mean, I know, listen, I could retire on 300 or 400 grand. I mean, I don't think I could put my kids through school like I'm doing, and they wouldn't be as, you know, wouldn't be as debt-free for them. But listen, if it was just me, hell, you know, listen, I'm low maintenance. It doesn't cost much to support me. I like to vacation a lot, but what I'm saying is, if I had sold this house and that's all I had, I could take 300 or 400 grand. I could put it in the bank, and I could live on it for quite a while. Yeah, I don't know, man. On this natural disaster stuff, maybe somebody watching's got some ideas, but you know, I don't know. I honestly, personally, I wouldn't go in and buy a piece of real estate in an area that can be flooded. I'm not going to do it. I have no interest at all. And in fact, I'll tell you right now, if you see a house on stilts, you know, I mean, maybe flip it. You can buy it and flip it. But I'm not suggesting anybody try to capitalize on the misfortune of the folks in Houston. I mean, that is just devastating. In fact, the only way I'm going to be able to help anybody down there is send them some money, and I plan on doing that. In fact, they took up a donation. I already gave some. But there's potential to make money everywhere. But I don't know about running down to a distressed area is the best idea. I really don't know what you can do to make money. You know, I really don't. And but I'd tell you what to do is probably, let me tell you what's probably going to happen is all the surrounding areas, there's going to be a big demand for rentals. These people are displaced. So, you know, there might be some opportunity in housing. I don't know. But like I said, I don't specialize in natural disasters at all. But all I'm saying is use your money, respect money, respect it. It's a tool. It's a tool, and if you treat it as such, if you treat it as being precious, you keep your overhead low, so you retain as much of it as possible, as much as you can. You know, I understand you get kids, you want to give them things, you want to take care of them, you want them to go to camp, you want them to, you know, enjoy the things and have a better life than maybe you did, you know. And the earlier you start, I mean, you know, look, I started making money before I had kids, you know, so my kids were born, I was already a millionaire. So that, you know, but it doesn't matter. Even if, you know, like I said, the main thing is get started. You can make a lot of money. And I bought 3 flats. Wow, jeez. Damn, dude. I love it. So I got somebody just said they bought 3 flats. I assume you're from the UK. And you think you'll make $30K a piece, man. That's good news, man. We'll have to do a video on you, man. We'll put you on the show. And in fact, the studio's gonna be done next week. So we can talk about that if you want. Because that's what I'd like to see, man. I really want to, man, I'd love to make as many millionaires as I can. If I can influence you in any way that I can, I definitely want to do that. And obviously that's what I'm trying. And obviously I'm not trying to take any money from you. I'm not trying to con you into buying a book or taking a course or some stupid seminar or you know, con you out of, you know, 30, 50 grand like I understand some of these guys are, which I'm telling you, we're going to talk more about that. I don't like people advertising free seminars and then, you know, going in for the kill, trying to beat up people and make them feel like failures if they don't put in 10, 20 grand. Yeah, cool. Yeah, I don't know if we do it virtual or not, but whatever. It sounds good. You know, the main thing is, oh, and this is interesting. This is this morning, so I'm about to drive by the 3-day deal. So earlier, there's these 2 streets they're very named very similarly, and it's easy to mix them up. And you know, heck, I just come to this neighborhood because I bought something. But in fact, I'll turn the camera here. You're about to see the 3-day deal. All right, so there's the 3-day deal, right there. Well, I turned down the wrong street, 1 street back, and I ended up you know, spotting this garage sale. I saw a garage sale sign. I went down. Yeah, I've done many 1031 exchanges, many, and I do a lot of that for sure. Every time I sell a property, there's a big chunk. It's a 1031 for sure. There's been a time or two when I've had a big, like maybe plus $600,000, $700,000, $800,000 deal, where I went ahead and didn't do a 1031, and I took my lumps and I just paid the taxes. It was worth it to me to pay 15-20% tax on that big chunk of money to have that capital just sitting there ready to strike. And that's what I did. I paid you know, a couple $100 grand taxes on that, and then I just sat there with that money and I just boom, grab stuff. There were so many opportunities. It was a better opportunity for me to go ahead and take my lumps and pay that 15-20% tax, take that chunk of money, and then just, you know, scalp deals, just look for good deals and grab them. That was better than me being under the pressure of trying to find something that I could buy for $1 million plus, and just, you know, it was just better. And that's what I did, and I made a lot of money because I ended up buying multiple properties and flipping. And what I did is I took that money, I bought properties, and then those properties I bought all under market, and then I'd flip those, but I rotated those into 1031s, and I just bought bigger and better stuff. So I'm kind of at my location where I'm at, so I'm going to cut it short here, guys. But I'm going to try to do these things, and let me know if you like this stuff or not. But what I want to do is, if I can take a 10-15 minute break, we're just going to call it a micro lesson, okay? Man, the guy that just wrote about the properties guidelines, just start watching my videos, man. You got to just go to the beginning, start watching. I can't answer a question like that and wrap it up too quickly right now, but if we do a poolside chat, it'd be easier for me to talk to you. So we'll do another one of those too. If you see the swimming pool behind me, that means I got an hour at least to talk. So anyways, and you know, just it's erratic in the car. But so right now I'm actually at an appointment, so I got to go. But hey, comment, and you know what? I'll read those comments. I'll answer your comments, and I'll also take, you know, it may segue us into a new subject. Thanks, Tim. It may segue us into, you know, another subject that I know about, or you know what I mean. I've done a lot, and you know, it's funny. You know, you've been doing stuff for over 30 years. You forget. It's funny. People say, you know what? You don't know half of what I've already forgotten. You know what? And that's true. That's true. I'd appreciate it. I used to come from the old guys, and it's funny because I used to be the youngest guy in the room. Now sometimes I'm the oldest guy in the room. So, but I enjoy it. I'm having fun, and I want to help you guys. I want some young millionaires out there, and yeah, you know what? I would rather you not email me your specific questions. I mean, if it's personal somewhat, maybe, you know, but ideally you put your question in the comment where everybody can see it. That's why I do these videos, and this is why I don't do personal mentoring. I like to, thanks John, have a good day too. What I like doing is, I prefer your questions come in the comments where everybody can see it, and then I can answer it best to my abilities, and then everybody will get the benefit of your question and my answer. Likewise, because if it's in an email, then only you and I see it, right? But if it's specific or sensitive, sure, go ahead. But what I want to say is, that's the whole purpose. I do this video mentoring. I do it for free, obviously, but I don't do one-on-one. If somebody's in a pinch and they really got a tough decision, I mean, I'll take time and listen to you. But you know, but in general, it's not guaranteed, and obviously I'm not paid. So I do it this way so I can reach the most of you at one time and help the most people with the least amount of effort on my part, and that's what I'm doing. So hey, Flip Anything USA, please share and subscribe. Help me get some more subscribers. I want more subscribers. And you know, I love it. It doesn't matter if one guy's watching, I'm happy. You know what I mean? I know it'll eventually more people see it over time. And from what I'm told, my channel is growing quickly. It doesn't seem quick to me, but it's growing. You know, we're over 1,000 now, so that's good. But hey, Flip Anything USA, have a great weekend tomorrow, whatever. Probably do it again tomorrow. I've got a pretty relaxed weekend here, and let's make some money. But just watch the last 4 videos, okay? Or, you know, just focus. Money's a tool. You know, let's do it. Let's do it. You can do it. Have faith in yourself. You can make money. You can make money. Don't think for a second you can't. You know what? It's funny. And I'm going to go longer than I want here. I got to go. But I'll say this. You may not even be the best speller. Let's say you can't spell particularly well. I saw a guy the other day, and he uses voice to text because it spells more correctly than he does. So he just uses voice to text. And I thought that was kind of interesting. And I saw the difference of him texting something to me as opposed to doing voice to text. And let me tell you, voice to text was miles better. But what a great tool. You get all these things at your disposal. You know, we all do. And it's just amazing and cool. But anyhow, I got to go. Have a good one. We'll see you guys later. Hey, thanks. Appreciate it.